Hello everybody, my name is Swicey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how dominant the Sylas and Vierna duo are. There is a banner coming up with both of them in it, and I mean they've carried my account so hard. It's actually crazy. They're two of my favorite characters in the game, and they're two of the strongest characters in the game, and I just kind of want to show you guys the value that they could bring to your account. I also do have arrogance, and I know that the lust banners going to be coming up in the next, what is it, couple weeks. Well, probably in about a week from the time of me recording. So, do keep that in mind when if you're looking at this video thinking, hey, should I pull for them or should I pull for lust and arrogance? Just just keep in mind that the lust arrogance combo is absolutely insane as well. Simply because lust is so strong, you get arrogance, and then she's even stronger, he's even stronger, and he's like the best fighter in the game, right next to Zilla. So there's the different things to look at. But before we get into anything, let me go ahead and show you the builds. So on Sylas, I have him in a Warlord set and an Infernal Roar set. He's at 12.1k attack. He is at 271 attack speed, 95.5% crit rate, 314 crit damage, and 14% rage regen. I also do have him fully booked out with obviously the bond skill. He's A1, which A1 Sylas with Vierna is the best character in the game, in my opinion. And I did finally get my first ever Spirit Siphon a couple of days ago. The A1 makes it to where he increases his attack speed by 100% when in his ultimate, and then when in his ultimate he starts shooting twice as often when he has Vierna. So that is absolutely massive for him. He becomes the best DPS in the game really for most content once you get Vierna and him A1. Now Vierna, she gets some more healing off of her bone armor. I don't have her fully booked, so my representation of her won't be as good as it could be, but it's still good as her ultimate is maxed out, and that's really what matters. Her build right now is 12.1k attack. The speed doesn't matter. 98.5% crit rate, 294 crit damage, and she's only in an Annihilating Might set with a plus, I'm just going to call it +2 Heaven's Rage, which is actually very big for her. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you kind of what having A1 Sylas with Vierna does for my guild boss. So if we simply run a run, we all know that, I mean, arrogance is great in guild boss. So is Valeria. She's amazing. Salazar's always been a good one. Now Sylas is well known as one of the best, and let me show you why. So in this run, I've set up here my current main clan boss run, well, guild boss run. I run Sylas in a man yeah, a rage regen team. He is going to constantly be popping off his ults. He's going to be doing just absolutely insane amounts of damage constantly, and we're gonna see the split at the end of the fight is a real big difference. And also having the Spirit Siphon did add a good bit of damage to this run. It was like 5 million off of him, I believe, but you'll just have to see. Arrogance is also, he's built very fast, like very high attack speed. He's in what, oh, how am I forgetting it? He's in the set that the more you use your ultimate, the more damage you do afterwards. I don't know why I'm forgetting the name of that. Soulbound Arcana. Yeah, Soulbound Arcana set. He is also with Frigid Flame. So he's built very well, so is Valeria. everybody here is built pretty well. Setram, he's another one of those really, really high DPS that everybody knows about. So hopefully you guys can really just get a feel for how strong Sylas is. So we get the one key on Guild Boss Nightmare 3. Now I'm not in Nightmare 4 yet, so sadly I can't show you like a max key there. But you can just kind of get the idea that he's just amazing. So you can look at the split here. We have, well, actually, I'm using Luguru, not Sylas. Luguru is supposed to be the best DPS besides Zilla2, like ground unit DPS. He just isn't booked and isn't in my best gear. So he only had 18 million. But then we look at 4 champions and some of my best gear. We have Valeria at 29k. She's not getting healed, so she's always at her low HP. 29.5 mil. And then we have Setram at 33.3 mil. We have Arrogance at 33.9 mil. And then way up here, we have Sylas at 49.9 million damage. It's so crazy the amount of damage he can put out. Simply by cycling his ultimate, you will get so much value. This is the Setram build real quick. He's in, I forget the name, yeah, Fracture. So he's at 16.6k attack, he's at 344 crit, speed, and then he's at 82.5 crit rate and 263.5 crit damage with 41.5 rage regen. His crit damage is a little low, but it is what it is. He has a maxed out Idriel's Gaze because I don't have his artifact. Valeria, she isn't in any set at the moment besides Annihilating Might. 18k attack, 275 attack speed, 97.5% crit rate, 288.5 crit damage. Now, again, these aren't the best builds in the world, but that does just give you an idea of what he can really do. Now, if we were to go over to my Gear Raid 1, you'll go ahead and see the value of Vierna. Now, I'm not on stage 20 yet, but if we just go ahead and throw an auto battle on, we can see the true insane value of Vierna. Now, I don't have a heal block champion, so if you get a Vierna during this banner coming up very soon, you might be able to do Gear Raid 1 in a way that you haven't been able to before. She's also amazing in Gear Raid 2, and she can even help in Gear Raid 3. She isn't in my Gear Raid 3 run, but she was at one point. She was in 18. Then once I got to 19, I moved to Maul because he just handles it a bit more safely. But if you don't have the gear to split it out between her and Maul and all these other champions, she's actually she's very low gear intensity. Maul isn't high either, but there's a lot of bonuses to building her up. I also don't have Brokir healed by anybody else here besides Vierna. That's an amazing thing about having her with Sylas, is that even with all of this damage going on to him, yes, I'm using his ultimate to keep him alive too, but you can see these healing numbers here, just keeping him alive this whole time, and just face tanking the boss while everybody else is out there. And that's amazing. And you can see how healthy our wall is here. And we'll see the damage breakdown in a minute once we get through this run. Just give it a second. This is the worst part of the run for sure. This Ardea would be great, but her drop rate just got like nerfed or whatever too. So we can see the damage split and everybody I used. Stats. So we have Vierna at 65.2 mil. And then second, we have my Morrigan at 28.6 mil. That is an insane difference there. more than double the damage, much more than double the damage. And I say much, but it's not like insane. Um, Double. It's just a little bit more than double. And then we go down to Maul, who did 16, and then moving down, so just extra champions. Then we can also see her healing. So she did 623,000 healing on Sabrokir during that fight. He has no healing. He didn't get healed by anybody else but Vierna the entire fight. Yes, the Vortex and Hollow did good amounts of healing onto everybody else, but she alone was healing him, and that's just so much value that I don't think I've really ever heard anybody talk about the fact that she does a very solid amount of healing to your tanks if you're trying to do something like that. Now, other places that you are going to see these champions, other places I use these champions. I mean, obviously the Tide, you're going to use your best champions there. The promotion raids, you can use them there. Their faction trials as well. But another place is the Void Rift. I use them both a lot. Now, the current Void Rift rotation, I'm not sure of how to do. Because of the Torador boss, I really am not good at this boss, and I'm probably gonna have to look at a guide for it, and eventually I'll start making guides for these things, but this one is a bit rough for me at the moment. But if I just go over here and engage in battle, you can see right now Vierna and Sylas are at the very front. They are probably the two most used characters on my account. So guys, I would highly recommend that if you're not too interested in Lust. Now, Lust is amazing and very worth going for, but Sylas and Vierna are two of the absolute best, and you can see that even further in Arena. Now, I don't believe that Vierna is being shown as one of the top here. Yeah, I mean lower down. Oops. Okay. So let's just find a fight that isn't completely broken. Yeah, we want to stay away from Boreas. Boreas is beyond broken. But if you move away from the Boreas and the Cerberus of the world, you move to the Vierna and the AoE section. She really does so much. I know I'm using Morrigan for the Lured skill. Now, if you don't have Morrigan, you can use the Epic one. It's She's just there because she helps a lot in AoE DPS. As you can see, I'm going against some Morrigan here. If you don't have Morrigan, like I said, you could use the Epic one, the Epic Lord, or you could even run no Lord and it'll still be fine. Vierna does so much damage right here, insta clears the wave, and I believe Comet is going to be moving into his ultimate soon, and we're already through it. I did mention that Cerberus is going to be better, Boreas is going to be better, but not at instant clearing a wave like this. Cerberus will not compare. I don't think anybody really compares to insta clearing. Now, the advantage of Boreas is that he's going to hit the champions out here, and one-shotting them basically. So Boreas is better overall, but when you have Sylas also getting powered up so heavily, there's just a lot of bonuses you get from getting both of them that I think it's worth that most people go for a Sylas Vierna banner. Again, Lust is worth it, so if it's gonna screw you over, really just try to use your sacred shards, your what even are they called? Sorry guys. I'm just gonna call them sacreds, whatever. Divine summons. Just use your divine summons for these upcoming banners. Don't pull on the Salazar one. That one is not worth it at all. But with the Sylas Vierna skins coming in, with the overall content in the game, you're gonna see Sylas at the very top of everywhere. Right here in the #1 team in all of Guild Boss, holy crap, a 100,000. Yeah, so you can see right here, he is third in this 100,000 blood run. If I don't know if yeah, I can't see his build. So his build better than mine for sure, but you can just kind of see with these stats, if you were to have him, he's A5, yes, but he for sure has a Vierna. And it's just pushing his damage to be top 3 in the game on Guild Boss, number 1 in the game in many other places. And that is my overall thoughts on him, guys. So if you have some extra divine summons laying around and you need some champions and you're thinking, hey, who should I get next? Try your best to get Sylas and Vierna. Two of my favorites. Vierna is my personal favorite in the game. That's just because I really like her character. I think she looks really cool. I like her abilities. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Any comments, opinions, or anything, I'm more than happy to learn. I'm still learning so much about this game every single day that I play. And if any of you more experienced players have any recommendations of maybe content or different things I should cover, please do let me know. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.